What's up, ladies and gentlemen, Spade here, and welcome to December's monthly discussion. Finally getting a chance to actually do this. It is currently 2025, and the day of doing this is January 4th, and the time right now is 1:49 a.m. Yeah, it took a while to finally get a chance to do this. I don't think I've had a chance to do any recording at all for the past few days. The last recording session I did, I only ended up doing one video for, and that's mainly because fireworks were going off. So, overall, I didn't really do too much throughout December. As far as what games end up playing, made a little bit more progress in Persona 3 Reload. And currently I do want to hop back into that sooner rather than later. That was literally the last game I played for last year. New Year's Eve night was the last recording session for that. I didn't get as many videos as I wanted to record done within December, unfortunately. But some videos is better than nothing. That's for both Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Royal. I got some videos recorded for both of those, but just not as many as I would have liked. Currently, I think we're how far into Persona 3? I know I have lots of videos I need to edit, so I'm trying to focus on that for a bit. Let's see. Yeah, we are 34 videos into it. Wait, technically 35, okay. Yeah, so 35 videos total for that playthrough have been recorded. And I've got to edit at least over 20. I got a lot of catching up to do with that. Editing those videos definitely takes a while. Whether or not the way I'm editing those videos is good or bad, I have no idea. But I'm enjoying editing those, surprisingly. Even though it takes days just to edit one of those videos. I got lots of catching up to with editing for that. As far as Persona 5 Royal, we are currently up to 112 videos. And I've got 10 videos I need to edit at some point. Oh wait, technically 11. There's a two-parter I need to edit into one video. Other than that, I still have the second half of Bakugan Defenders of the Core to painstakingly slowly edit. Not looking forward to doing it, but I still need to. Sooner rather than later. Aside from that though, ended up playing a bit of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but technically that was this year, because that was last night. And I'm making a little bit more progress in that. Never ended up playing that game at all for December though. I surprisingly ended up playing through Guitar Hero 3 via emulator with a PS4 controller throughout December for a few days. That was actually pretty fun and a nice trip down memory lane, to be honest. Granted, I only played through the game on easy, but regardless, I played through it and beat the game. That was definitely fun. 100% did not remember this game having animated cutscenes. Also didn't remember this game having boss fights. Until I was like halfway through the first boss fight. So, there's that. Yeah, that was weird but fun to hop into that. Other than that, ended up doing the last bit of level grinding in Ditz Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. I definitely could keep going, but I feel like the lack of memory for a party space just isn't high enough anymore. I could definitely keep level grinding and just try to get every Ditz I could possibly want to try to get up to this point in the game. But there's not really much of a point until we make more progress in the story. Plus, and this one I'm definitely sick of seeing the same Ditzmon over and over again, fighting them. I hope to hop back into recording that game sooner rather than later. Hopefully sometime in January. But who knows if I'll get around to it. Although I think, other than that, end up playing Tales of Azalea throughout December as well. Mainly post-game. And managing to get a few more trophies for that game somehow. Don't really know why I hopped back into Tales of Azalea for a bit, but I did. It's actually kind of fun and boring all at the same time. Yeah, overall, I think those are all the games I ended up playing throughout December. As far as what else I ended up doing, mainly just walked on AMVs, honestly. Aside from that, I ended up watching most of the first season for The Last Woodsman. The Last Woodsman is actually a pretty good show. I have a few episodes I need to catch up on. Other than that, though, that show is pretty good out of what I've seen for it. Aside from that, slowly been watching Turbo Fast via DVD. I'm at least on season 2 at this point. Hopefully I can finish watching Turbo Fast sometime in January. As of the beginning of January, though, I started watching Duel Masters in English. Trying to watch all of that finally. So there's also that, I guess. Aside from that, though, did I watch any movies? Actually, I'm actually not sure. But yeah, I guess I did watch one movie at least. That one animated The Lord of the Rings movie. Overall, though, that movie is pretty good overall. For someone who knows nothing about The Lord of the Rings and has zero interest in any of it, it's not too bad, to be honest. Yeah, you're definitely gonna hear the cats meow. Regardless, the animated movie just kinda looked interesting. So I ended up just watching that. If there were any other movies I watched in December, I definitely don't remember. Because I definitely did not watch anything Christmas related this month at all. Yeah, I think that's probably everything I've watched in December, other than just random YouTube videos and reaction videos. I think that's about it, to be honest. As far as pickups go for December, it took a while, but eventually I ended up getting season 3 for the Cleveland show to finally sew up at the house, therefore completing my collection for that show on DVD. Whenever I'm done with Turbo Fast, I'm binge watching the Cleveland show on DVD. Whenever I'm done with that. Since that finally sewed up. That actually arrived December 20th, when it was supposed to sew up in the beginning of December. Some Buddy Fight cards I ordered also was supposed to sew up early December, but didn't sew up until I'm going to assume on the 24th. But I didn't actually get it in my hands until December 5th, because that's when we checked the mail. So, yeah. Those are definitely late getting here, but they finally at least sewed up. And even though I have this stuff ordered within January, we have some more pickups on the way. East Memory of Sniping East Memory, The Oath of Elgato, Day 1 Refined Edition. I think that's how you say it. So I have that pre-ordered. Not sure when they'll get here though. Also have 2 Boruto DVDs on the way as well. Set number 5. And what's the number of that other set again? They don't actually tell you, unfortunately. I do at least have pictures of all of the sets in order to know what ones I'm missing. So yeah, set 5 is ordered. That's on the way. And set 12. Those are on sale, so I end up getting those. Hopefully I can get all of Boruto on DVD at some point. The DVD discs themselves for the Boruto DVDs are absolutely beautiful in my opinion. And I feel like that is a rarity these days for newer DVD sets or releases to actually be thought out rather than it being in a very cheap case that can easily break the paper cover or back because of giant holes in it or whatever. I really hate stuff like that. And I really hate bare bones, basic, dull disc for DVDs as well. So the fact that these ones are all really nice and are actually unique is something I really like. It's kind of the main reason why I want to collect Boruto on DVD. I probably won't watch Boruto again until whenever I get all of it on DVD. I think it'd be kind of fun to watch it all on DVD, to be honest. We got the stuff too on sale, so I end up getting those. Aside from that, earlier today, yesterday, however you want to look at it, ended up getting some more Pokemon cards and a few more Beyblade XPs. Believe it or not, we only just got Wave 2, or at least some of Wave 2 for Beyblade X here. So we are really behind on that stuff. I just happened to see 3 Wave 2 Beyblades for Beyblade X at Walmart today. So I ended up getting those. Finally. As for Pokemon cards, for the first time ever, I ended up getting an Elite Trainer box for Pokemon cards at a local shop. What's it even called again? Yeah, the Scarlet and Violet. How the fuck do you say it? Shrouded Fable Elite Trainer box. I think that's how you say it. Ended up getting that. It was actually pretty fun to open up, to be honest. I'm probably not gonna open up or use everything in it, but it was really fun to just open that up. To be honest. Yeah, that was really fun. The box itself looks beautiful. So that's kind of the main reason I want to maybe get one of those before it becomes impossible to get. Because with anything Pokemon cards related, if you wait too long, you're pretty much paying an arm and a leg for anything. So I got that while I could. Also ended up getting some more Flesh and Blood cards as well. Speaking of cards though, in December, I also ended up getting some more Flesh and Blood cards throughout December as well. And well, I also ended up getting Kingdoms, end up learning about a card game called Kingdoms. A really basic name for a card game, and name in general. To just call it Kingdoms, the trading card game, is really basic and probably very difficult to find unless you know exactly what you're looking up. So, I ended up going to what's it called again? It's not a convention. Craft fair, is that what you call it? Yeah, let's just go with that. Ended up going to a craft fair in one of the malls. Some were around the middle of the month. Or was it within the earlier part of the month? Regardless, ended up going to one of those for the first time. From what I've heard, this was the third time they were having one of these events in the mall. So this is like the third year for it. There's actually a lot more there than I thought there would be. A lot of different booths overall. You had like a booth that had Funko Pops, Pokemon cards, stuff like that. There was a different booth that had just a bunch of, I'm just gonna say, Christmas ornaments, the cartoon characters that they made, along with a bunch of keychains and everything. Some of the ones that I can remember, that noise was my foot hitting the printer, by the way. But yeah, some of the homemade stuff there, I think they're keychains. I could be mistaken. They could have been magnets for all I know. I didn't look at them too much, but they're like miniature wooden painted stuff for like bags of chips or candies, stuff like that. And soda cans as well. It was all kind of interesting looking. And there was another booth there, I mean. But honestly, I also had like a bunch of keychains. And I think something else. Not quite sure what it was. I don't remember. I ended up getting I'm going to just assume, because it's a crafts fair, all of the stuff is just homemade. So I ended up getting a keychain from that one. This is a different one from the other one. They had a cute Ghastly Pokemon keychain though. They only had two of those that they had on display at the time at least. Ended up getting one of those. They did have a Haunter one as well. But the Ghastly one was the only one that really interested me. For 15 apiece for keychains, I was only interested in getting Ghastly anyway. I wasn't going to get another one though. It's honestly pretty cute. Maybe I'll sell a picture of it on Instagram at some point. If I can find a picture for it. First I took a picture of it. Regardless of matching. Also ended up getting a hat while I was there that day. In another booth. There was one other thing I ended up getting though. Oh, right. The whole point of the story. So back to Kingdoms. So I ended up checking out a booth that was for Kingdoms. There were two people there. I'm going to assume they're college students, maybe? Originally I was thinking maybe late high school, but probably college. Not quite sure. Regardless, I ended up walking close to the booth, so they ended up talking to me. I felt bad for the idea of just walking away, so I just listened to their sales pitch. And in the end, I ended up getting a booster pack from there for this game. And that's how I got introduced to Kingdoms. Fast forward about a week, maybe 2 weeks later, I ended up getting another booster pack. This time at a local card shop, along with a actual deck for the game. The first booster pack had me interested enough into wanting to at least see what some of the other cards may look like. So, if you wanted to look up Kingdoms, it is apparently a Newfoundland made TCG. So I'm pretty sure you'll probably find this TCG if you just look up Kingdoms trading card game, Newfoundland, something like that, and I'm sure you'll find it. I think they plan on trying to go international at some point. I could be mistaken about that, but currently it's a Newfoundland only card game, apparently. The card art is interesting. The cards are kind of beautiful, but in a way, a little weird in my opinion. But, I don't know, there's a level of charm to it in my opinion. I don't know if I'll try playing the game itself or not. Guess I'll just have to think about it. Who knows? Although, it seems kind of interesting if anything. The first booster pack I ended up getting from that one booth, I mainly got it because I would have felt bad for not getting anything, to be honest. So yeah, that's kind of just how I got introduced to that. I'll probably get some more cards for that game at some point. Currently, I think there are only 2 sets of cards for this game. so far, so it's relatively new. It might have been started sometime in 2023, I think. But as far as I can tell, I think it's mainly 2024. The game was mainly started. I know the game has a Kickstarter, if anything. Not sure if that's still active or not. Although, regardless, if that card game seems somewhat interesting to look up, maybe it's worth at least checking out. Who knows? Overall, I think that's everything but pickups. Everything I've done this month. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Alright. I did end up going to an arcade for the first time in probably close to 15 years, to be honest. Let's put things into perspective real quick. The last time I went to an arcade was when they had actual tickets coming out of the machines. Nowadays, apparently, it's just digital. If that says anything. That was interesting, if anything. So I'm going to an arcade for the first time in like close to 15 years, perhaps. Last time I remember going to an arcade, I could have been anywhere from 12 to 14, maybe 15. I have no idea. A long time ago. The thing is, it was actually the same location I was to before, but it's changed a lot since then. Whenever I get some of the pictures I've taken, well, whenever I get the chance to get some of the pictures I took while I was there, I might just post some of those on Instagram at some point. Besides, they had like a Luigi's Mansion thing there. That was interesting. Never tried it. It just looked interesting. So I took a few pictures of that. And some of the other games they had there as well. Yeah, aside from that, I think that was like everything. This video's long enough. I'm pretty sore. Regardless, hopefully everyone had a good holidays and New Year's Eve / day. I definitely didn't really do much on those days. Never went out on New Year's Eve. I could have went somewhere and stayed somewhere overnight on New Year's Eve. I asked if I could go to someone's house that night. In the end, I just changed my mind. I didn't want to be alone on New Year's Eve. In the end, I just ended up wanting to, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I could have been around the bay a week ago if I wanted to. I just didn't feel like it this time around. Could have went holiday visiting, but I didn't really. Yeah, we got this. I'm ranting. This video's long enough. So until next time, stay golden.